Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if this is your first time here. My name is Mary and I make videos budgeting my paychecks every week. So in this video we are going to budget my paycheck from Friday, and my paychecks from now on are going to be inconsistent. I think it was my last video, I'm pretty sure. But if you remember my last video, I spoke a little bit about this, that because of COVID and me being pregnant, it was going to affect my my job because I work at a hospital, and so I'm choosing to really cut back on my days, and because of that it's going to affect my pay. I am looking into other ways, and I don't know, maybe working from home somehow, maybe doing some side jobs online, I don't know. If you know of any good type of online jobs, let me know. But yes, the time has come, and we noticed, and we got a much lower paycheck this Friday. So I'm gonna budget our little paycheck, and then I am going to just kind of show what I'm gonna do, because we have to pay rent and it doesn't cover rent. So we are going to reach into our emergency fund. So thankfully we have that, so it's okay. And yeah, that's it. So let's jump into it. It is a gloomy afternoon here because the tropical storm is supposed to hit, so it's very gloomy out there. So I have my little tea. I have Chip with me here. If you guys know Chip, I love Disney. When it's kind of rainy outside, I kind of like to have a cup of tea and just get all cozy. So let's get all cozy. If you have your drink at hand, or if you want to budget with me, and let's do the thing so that we can handle our business, right? I mean, it is what it is. So this is what we are beginning, or what we're working with. $458, which is a huge difference compared to what I usually budget with. Also, I wanted to mention that this video, I'm so excited. It's going to be a small collaboration with my friend here on YouTube. Her name is Paperie Planning. I will leave her channel links below. I absolutely love her channel and how she does it. It's such a nice, beautiful, very aesthetically pleasing way. She has an Etsy shop. She sells a bunch of just all the planner type things. If you guys are very much into that, like budgeting stickers and planners and the little cards to take to the bank and all those kind of things, she does all that, and they're so pretty. It's a very minimal type of look to them, but I love that type of look. I feel like it just brings this peace into your budgeting. It's very relaxing too, her videos. So anyway, I will talk about her a little bit more in the video, but this is in collaboration with her, so definitely check her out. But let's begin with our bills and expenses. And I feel like I'm out of breath because I'm 24 weeks, which I still have a long way to go, but I'm already out of breath. But okay, so for bills and expenses, we are going to begin with our groceries. I already did groceries, and that came out to a whopping $207, which is way over our budget, but we were completely empty, which is a good thing. I actually like when our pantry and our fridge is bare, because it makes me feel like we're actually using up everything that we're buying and it's not going to waste. So we waited till very last minute to use up everything we had, and we were just we were short on everything. So I had to really go over budget this time. So 207. Tithes is going to be 44, and that is it. No, rent is the big one, which I'm going to break down rent. For rent, this is my little plan here. I'm going to put what it is, which rent is $17.30, but we don't have $17.30. I mean, we have it, but not obviously from there. So I am going to break it down, and I'm going to leave this last, but that is going to do it for bills and expenses, and then I'll show this. So now we're going to move into our sinking funds. sinking funds is going to be my main two, Christmas, and yes, I know we're short. Like, why am I still doing Christmas funds? But that's because this is mentally like Christmas slash emergency fund. So I just want to keep it going until we absolutely either have to use it for any other reason other than Christmas, or if not, then we still have our Christmas fund. So it's still a win-win either way. So my baby boy gets 20 into his little sinking fund. And now, okay, so for rent, $17.30 is what we pay. Now I have, and this is going to be a little off how I usually do my video, but I'm going to show it here. So for rent, what I've saved up from my other paychecks has been $600. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I have 600, which means I am short. So 1730 minus 600. So I'm short 1130. So what I'm gonna do, because I just want to, I'm gonna put 600 here, and in parentheses I'm gonna put SF, and that just means sinking fund. So my rent sinking fund, which is here, right? And now I have 1130. So because we don't have that, we are going to get into our other funds. So we did have like a separate savings, separate from our emergency fund. I think we were using this money to just kind of build up and start paying off the car. But of course we put that on hold. So I'm gonna start off by that. So this is just like our other like little savings that we had going on. And I think we have 800 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I don't know what this is. Oh no, this is from the other thing. Okay, so 800. So 800, and this is from our savings. So now, so this is kind of like I'm already like stuffing my cash envelopes as we go, actually. So now where are we at? So 1730. What am I doing? Wait. 800 plus 600 is 1400. So 1730 minus 1400, that is 330. So that means that now I am going to get 330 from my emergency fund. And I am thirsty. Hold on. Sippy sip. So I am breaking this down here so I know exactly where we're getting our money from. So from our emergency funds, we are going to get 1, 2, 3, and then I need $30. 20. Do I have like a 10? Oh, I do. 20, 30. Perfect. Okay. All right. So this also is going to go into 300. Am I doing it right? Yes. 320, 330. Okay. So now this is what I'm going to use to pay rent. Also, this is going to help me to stay in track of our other funds, because I'm taking it out of 2 other funds here. I want to make sure that we replenish it as soon as we can. So that's why I want to write down how much I'm taking out from which sinking fund, and then I am going to write it down in my sinking fund category, which I made a video breaking down how I turned my notebook into my little budget book. So I have a section where I have all of my trackers for my sinking funds. I will leave that in one of those cards above if you guys are interested in checking that out. But yeah, I will write that down because the plan is next week I do get a paycheck from my second job. So that check really is going to come in handy. So what I'm hoping, I don't know exactly how much it is. I'd have to like go back and estimate according to what I've done. But I'm really thinking that with that paycheck, I'll be able to replenish for sure my emergency fund and probably some of my savings fund. So that's the plan for that. But for now, rent we at least have covered. Thank goodness for our savings. So that is that. I'm just going to put that over here. And now let's just complete this. So let me just highlight really quickly what I am taking out of the bank, which is really just going to be these two right here. I hope you guys can see. So now I'm going to write withdraw. Okay, so withdraw. And that is just going to be $70, 50, 60, 70. So that leaves me with an ending balance. So 458.62 minus this minus tithes is 207. All right, minus 1730. Okay, so because this is going to be actually in cash, I'm not going to count this because this is already in cash. So so let's not So 207 minus 70. So that is going to be 137 with 9 cents. And for sure, I'm going to take out a good $100 from here and probably put that back into my emergency fund, or just put it back into this. So as far as rent is concerned, I already have the cash at hand. So what I calculated was just these two from my main account, for my main balance right now, and then the sinking funds that I'm going to take out. So before we continue, I wanted to mention again my friend Genevieve from Paperie Planning here on YouTube. And in this collaboration, we are sharing 2 tips on how we stay on a budget, or what helps us to stay on budget. So I'm going to be sharing with you the 2 tips that she does. And the number one thing that she says she does is that she makes sure that she does a weekly check-in with her budget. So she tries to do it every day or every other day. But I absolutely agree with that. You always have to make sure that you are actually tracking the budget that you put in place. So if you can create a good habit into doing a weekly budget, just check-in, just to make sure that you are really staying on track with what you budgeted for. So that was her first tip. And then her second tip, which is a big one too, because it is so hard, is to have self-control. Because like she said, we can write everything down on paper, we can write down all the numbers, we can put a budget, we can take out the money from the bank and have it stuffed in our cash envelope, but you have to have self-control so that you can still say no when you want to go over budget, when you want to spend more than what you have in your cash envelope or what you set for your budgeting. So I totally agree with that, and it is very hard to do sometimes because hello, like Target, Amazon, those are places that I love to shop at, especially thrift stores. I love thrift stores. But anyway, it is very hard. So make sure to have a weekly check-in to make sure that you are just staying on track of what you budgeted for, and also to just kind of try to have self-control and learn when to say no, and if you don't have the money for it, if you already set a certain amount for your budget for whatever category, to just have that self-control. I know it's hard, but it is so worth it. And like she said, this is what she does to help her stay on budget. So those are her 2 tips, and I love them. I think they're great, and they're very important to do, especially when we're trying to get out of debt. So I am going to leave her channel linked down below if you want to check out her channel. She also has an Instagram, and again, she sells all things budgeting related for planners and agendas, and she also sells cash envelopes, and she has a very beautiful way of doing them. It's very simple and minimal, and I love that. It's very pleasing to the eye and just brings a lot of, I would say, just kind of a nice relaxing tone to your budgeting if you like that kind of thing. I absolutely love it. So, and I am so happy to do this with her, so definitely check her out. So to continue, we already have our rent envelope ready and set to go. I already showed you guys. So all we have are these 2 that are next, which you can't see, but my Christmas fund and baby boy. So these are the other 2 that I will be stuffing today. And because it's only 2, I'm doing it this way. I know I usually have it set up the other way, but because it's a very small amount this week, so for Christmas, I am putting my usual 50, and for baby, I am putting my usual 20, which I have money there, and I keep saying that I need to start working on the room because I really need to start working on the room. So hopefully I will get to that. But yeah, so these are the 3 main envelopes that I have stuffed, and this is my budget and my plan for this week until next week. Next week we will see what our paycheck will be. I'm a little we'll see. I'm a little nervous. I got to admit it. But we'll see how it goes. God is good, and I know everything's going to be fine. So with that being said, I hope that you guys stay safe and are doing well. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.